When you hit a weight loss plateau, when your body weight stops moving down for 2 or 3 weeks and you're looking at weekly averages, seeing what's happening, if your weight's not coming down, it just means you hit a plateau, as people say. And it's not that you're broken, you do not have anything wrong with you, you're not a strange human being who cannot lose weight. All it means is that basically the amount of calories that you are consuming is roughly equal to the amount of calories you're burning, and this is called being at maintenance calories. What you have to realize is, as you lose body weight, as your weight comes down, the fancy term for how your body starts burning less calories is called adaptive thermogenesis, if you want to be a nerd. So this term basically means that your body is going to regulate how many calories you're burning based on what is happening to your calorie expenditure, how much you're doing, and also in relation to what you're consuming. So if you imagine starting a cut at 80 kilos and then you finish at 70 kilos, what happens is at 70 kilos you are burning less calories in general. So to maintain that new body weight for bodily functions, to go for a walk, to be in the gym training, your body is burning less calories at 70 kilos than 80. This is why you have to gradually taper down your calories or increase your cardio and steps as you get deeper into a fat loss phase. So you've got two options when your body weight stalls, when you hit a weight loss plateau. The first thing is, if your activity levels are low, so you're not doing that many steps, maybe you're doing like under 6 to 8k steps per day and you're not doing much cardio, it's probably a good idea first of all to increase this rather than going lower on food. And this is for a few reasons. So if you think about, a big mistake that a lot of people make, that I maybe made in the past, I'll just tell you what I did previously. Was I cut down my calories to sub 2000s, to like 1800, 1900, going really low on food, thinking that this is going to be easier than increasing my activity levels. But the problem with this is, one, if you're neglecting cardio completely and you're not doing any cardio, your cardiovascular fitness is going to be lacking, and this is not going to help when you go into like heavy squats, deadlifts, and just general day to day. You don't want to be out of breath very quickly. You need to be maintaining your cardiovascular health. The other side of this is, if your calories come down too low, you have not got much room to fit the micronutrients, being vitamins and minerals, that you need into your diet. So if you've only got 1800 calories to play with, and you're on the go, or you're in a rush getting your food in, you have to be really specific on the meals you're having and making sure that you're eating lots of range of fruit and veg, getting the fiber in, getting all the vitamins and minerals you need. But because you've got less calories to play with, that's a lot harder. So if you start under consuming on these micronutrients, it could impact your health, and you're just generally going to be feeling worse. It may impact things like testosterone levels if your fats are too low as well. Then instead of doing that, it's probably a good idea to increase your cardio and steps first. Now, on the other side of this, if you are someone that's already doing 5 hours of cardio per week, at the end of a fat loss phase, you're doing lots and lots of cardio, loads of steps, and there's not much room to maneuver here, you can't really increase activity levels anymore, then yes, food needs to come down. So in that scenario where your activity levels are already super high, I would reduce your calories by about 200 per day and then go again. And what you'll probably find is the scale weight will come back down. The reality is, if you are not losing weight and you've hit a plateau, you have to do a combination of these two essentially. So you either need to increase your steps and your cardio a little bit more, or you need to decrease the food by say 200 calories on average, or do a combination of both. But you don't want to do anything drastic. So if you're having 2200 calories at the moment and you're not losing any more weight, you probably can go down to 2000, or you could just increase 2000 steps per day, or just add in like another 20 to 30 minutes of cardio. But you don't need to be doing anything drastic and dropping the calories by 500, by 600, by 700, because you're just going to burn yourself out. And then also think long term. So if you get to a point where you just don't think you can go any lower on food, or you can't do any more cardio, it's probably a good idea at this point to reassess why are you even doing this in the first place. Like, why are you trying to get absolutely peeled or shredded? And then thinking long term with it. So when you end this fat loss phase, gradually bring the calories up towards your new maintenance calories, and just see what happens to your body weight. And then from there, you're going to gradually increase the food to the point where you start gaining a small amount of weight, and then you have basically transferred into a small calorie surplus. Some people will call this reverse dieting, and then this way you can basically stay lean, minimize fat gain as you transition into a calorie surplus, and then you're going to spend a good amount of time in that small calorie surplus to basically get the energy levels back up, get the training performance back up, the weights flying back up, and then you're just going to be generally feeling a lot better. I hope you found those tips useful in terms of overcoming a weight loss plateau and the approaches to take, some considerations. If you did, drop the video a like, hit subscribe for more simple fat loss and muscle building tips, and I'm going to see you on the next video.